the serene melody of nature fills the screen. A mature yet radiant woman, Lily, walks through a quiet park. Her long, wavy blonde hair dances in the breeze, and her vivid green eyes radiate peace and wisdom. Her life is calm on the surface, but deep within, she carries a longing she can't shake. Lily enters a conference room for a spiritual and metaphysical seminar. She sits quietly, observing the room, when her gaze lands on James, a man in his early 50s, handsome, with striking black hair and piercing black eyes. Their eyes meet, and time seems to stop. Both feel an inexplicable pull. It's as though they've known each other forever. James approaches her after the session. They exchange polite words, but beneath their calm exteriors, an undeniable chemistry simmers. As they part ways, Lily whispers to herself, "Why do I feel like I've known him all my life?" Over the next 4 months, Lily and James meet regularly for work. They discuss deep topics, the universe, soul connections, and life's purpose. Their conversations flow effortlessly, each interaction strengthening their bond. Yet, they remain professional, never crossing boundaries. During one discussion, Lily hints at their connection. "Do you ever feel like some people are meant to find each other across lifetimes?" James pauses, his eyes reflecting an internal struggle. "Yes, I do." Their project concludes, and they must go their separate ways. On their last day together, they share a lingering goodbye. "It's been a pleasure working with you, Lily," James says. "And you, James?" "I hope our paths cross again," Lily replies. But life moves on. James, married and bound by his commitments, withdraws. Lily, despite her growing feelings, respects his boundaries. Years pass. Lily can't forget James. She sends him a few messages, hoping for a sign. His replies are polite but distant. After a final message, filled with wisdom and quiet frustration, she decides to let go. During their time apart, Lily's thoughts often drift back to James. Her intuitive and empathic nature allows her to sense things about his life, things she couldn't explain logically but felt deep in her soul. She imagines the weight he must carry, his unhappy marriage with a karmic partner who likely stifles his true self. She pictures his strained relationships with family, feeling that he's been the one everyone leans on for support, both emotionally and financially. Lily often reflects on the pain she feels radiating from James, even in silence. She senses a deep-rooted trauma in his past, perhaps from his childhood, where he was made to feel inadequate or insecure. She envisions him quietly battling inner demons, turning to unhealthy coping mechanisms, maybe drinking or isolating himself, to numb the pain. His life, she feels, is a delicate balancing act, with James sacrificing his own happiness for the sake of others, never quite feeling enough. Lily's heart aches for him, not in pity, but in understanding. She knows that despite his distant demeanor, James is doing his best to cope with the chaos around him. His silence isn't rejection, but rather a reflection of his inner turmoil, his fear of vulnerability, and his uncertainty about how to navigate the intense connection they share. Determined to reclaim her own strength, Lily pours her energy into herself. She faces her own challenges, finding resilience in her solitude. Her health improves, and she blossoms into a beacon of light, helping others with her wisdom and compassion. Meanwhile, James's life spirals. His marriage deteriorates, his finances crumble, and he faces his deepest fears and traumas. Despite his struggles, thoughts of Lily remain. She was the one person who saw him, truly saw him, and loved him without conditions. One day, by chance, or perhaps divine intervention, Lily and James find themselves in the same city. They cross paths at a small cafe. The moment is electric. "Lily." "It's been too long," James says. Lily smiles warmly, her heart racing. "It has." They sit and talk for hours, sharing their journeys. James, now separated and on a path of self-healing, opens up about his struggles. "I've thought about you every day. You were my light in the darkness, even when I couldn't face it," James admits. "And you were my lesson in patience and self-love." "We've both come so far," Lily replies. James and Lily decide to take things slow. They acknowledge their deep bond but also understand the importance of timing and healing. Their reunion is filled with love, passion, and a renewed sense of purpose. Together, they embark on a journey of spiritual growth, inspiring those around them. Sometimes, the universe separates us, not as punishment, but as preparation. True love requires patience, growth, and trust. Separation is not the end, but a necessary phase for self-discovery and healing. When both souls are ready, the universe will conspire to bring them back together in perfect harmony.